Welcome back, the Elden Ring Firebombs challenge. So today we're gonna get the oil pot first, and I've decided probably the best way for me to do this without absolutely going bonkers with regards to farming materials is to, oh, those might be useful later. That's one of those things that we might have to farm from a mob, a drop from a mob, and if every one that we pick up is a good thing. Anyway, the best way we're gonna have to do this without me going nuts is to start each day with some farming, as I do in my real life, to start each day with some farming. And then hopefully we never like end up just running completely. Ooh, silver fireflies. Nice. So yeah, after we get this oil pot recipe, since I'm already down here, we're going to... Hey, give me that. Somewhere in the Sofria River is a old fang that I want. I'm not sure where. Anyway, we're gonna go do some farming after we get this recipe. Gonna go on mute for a little bit because I got some breakfast to eat and I don't want you to hear me munching. Alright, we're coming up on our destination here. I always forget, it's because there's so many of these things that look like they're for the map, but they're just for lighting the beacon to summon the big moose. I actually forget where the map is down here. I haven't spent a ton of time down underground. Ooh, that's useful. See, the funny thing is, I don't know... I guess what I'm gonna have to do, yeah, well, first of all, we're going up there, but you can't come this way, you have to go this way. Couple of things, actually. So these mushrooms I'm picking up, they're melted mushrooms, and they are, I believe, the only component, the only thing you need to make oil pots. So we don't need a bunch of them, because, I mean, eventually we're gonna have to farm these for a while, and I'll look up where a good place to farm is. So we don't need like hundreds of these, but we are going to need them, especially in the later game. Sucker. Uh-oh. His friend. Okay, this might be the old fang. Okay, yeah, see, I can't, like... It just said that it was in a body hanging off a cliff. I'm like, there's a lot of those in this game. Can you narrow it down a bit? Oh, maybe. So yeah, we'll need those melted mushrooms. We're not going to need the oil pot for a while, but might as well get it while we're here. And then we'll do some farming. Get some smoldering butterflies and some mushrooms. We'll see where our totals are at.
Ooh, a customer.
So one thing I'll have to do... Yeah, this is it. We'll be back for this probably too at some point, but I'm not going to pop runes to buy it. We're not at that point yet. Kind of putting the cart before the horse, like planning on my race specs when I haven't beaten Renala. Okay, so we should be good to port out now. And we're going to go farming. So, what are we... We have 77 mushrooms, we have 8 smoldering butterflies. Okay, so we really do need to go butterfly farming. So, the gold pickled fowl feet, super useful, super nice, but the problem with them is they're kind of hard to pop with my setup, because a lot of times what I'd do is I'd put them on one of these, down in the bottom left-hand corner, one of these quick slots. But those quick slots are kind of occupado. One thing I guess I could do, this being on the upper one, is really just a... Oh, jeez. I'm going to have to... Okay, so we're going to remove it from there, because it's just a quality of life thing. I never have to pop that thing in combat. I only ever have to pop that before combat in my buff routine, and it's the first thing in my buff routine, so I could afford to do this with it. Always grab the extra mushroom. So I'll have to I'm going to leave it empty for a while, but eventually I think I'm going to put my gold chicken feet there. Because the problem with it is that you have to pop it. I'm not good enough to go, oh, I'm going to beat this guy in the first shot, and I'm sure of it. So I don't want to waste gold chicken feet on an attempt that I die. That's not good. So what you have to do is land the killing blow and then really quickly chug down chicken foot. So that's why you need it on a quick draw slot. Yeah, I should probably look up where's the best... I think it's okay to look up where the best farming spots are. I'm going to do that now. There was that really cool spot in Caelid that had a ton of those slugs. And, okay, hold on, fire pot. And smoldering butterfly, and... farming location. Okay, War Master's Shack, 8 north-northeast. Where's the War Master's Shack? Oh, that really is the, oh, there's a spot. Okay, so my first spot, it's up in Limgrave. They listed that as a spot. There must be a nearby grace that I didn't know about at the War Master's Shack. East Tableland. Each arrayed about... Yeah, so this is where I... I'm pretty sure this is where I am right now, the Eastern Tableland. I'm not sure, but it sounds like it's what it is. Where, or maybe not. Huh. Ravine Veiled Village. There's one. One that spawns next to the Grace. Yeah, I don't like one next to the Grace. That's a lot of loading time. It's not a lot of movement. That's nice, but okay. So we'll go check out the War Master Shack, wherever that is. So apparently there is a... I guess it's along this road, a Grace, and then we go right up here to where the slugs are. So we're going to do that. We're going to try that one out. So we're going to follow this pseudo road. Definitely not one of the King's roads, not paved. It's beset by bandits. These guys will actually mess you up if you're not careful. They have surprising reach. Oh, yeah, check it out. That's oh, it's where this guy's hanging out. Yeah, okay. I guess when I was thinking about this, because my first playthrough, I don't think I found that his guy who holds my favorite weapon, the Zweihanda.
Name's Bernard. Let me ask, are you here and is your fate despite
Yeah. My faith
takes me
hold
back
firms and blah
into
blah
all
blah
I know
blah
about
blah.
the
So he will teach you stuff. One of the things that I need to, a quick step might be really useful for getting around in lava places. I don't think I need a nose skill just to make my buff easier. I think I figured it out where I don't need to do that. Endure might be really nice, but the problem with it is that it lasts it's a very short spell.
not floating your
So
boat.
it's nice because you can. That was something. Never mind. I could say that we might be using that, but we're not going to use it because my original playthrough ideas for this, I still get like memories of those ideas. Essentially to pump some vigor and just be able to tank through everything, kind of like how I like to play a dragon incantation guy. You just pump a ton of vigor so that you can tank whatever, and you wear high poise items. You can tank whatever comes at you. Okay, I need to figure out where these guys are. That's probably the same distance that I'm riding to at the artist shack for probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 piles? Yeah, that's better. That's a better farming spot. Cool. So I feel a little bit better knowing that I found that on my own, and I just needed someone to tell me that it was the best one, rather than just, you know, being told. So yeah, I was gonna just tank through all the, throw item and just eat whatever is coming at me, but we already talked about in an earlier video why that's probably not gonna work. Long and short of it is that if I pump vigor, I'm never gonna have enough points to put in the stats that I'll need, and we need to squeeze every single drop of DPS out of this build. I keep saying DPS, but it's not DPS. DPS doesn't matter that much. It's nice because it means I don't have to dodge roll as much, but the problem is total damage being brought into a fight. That's our cap. So yeah, it's unlikely that we are going to go with the tanking setup. It's possible in the late game. I did some math, and if we've got it's possible, but it's not a good idea. And then the second reason why is because we're trying to get as much DPS, total damage, as possible. I'm probably going to be doing the red tear stone ring thing. I guess, hold on. In this game, it's called the red feather branch sword or something like that. It's the items that pump up your damage when you're below a certain threshold. I've never really played those kinds of builds. Again, because I like playing the big guy who just takes hits, takes a licking, and keeps on kicking. Not being the dodgy, quick guy. So I never played those. But in DS1, it was way more forgiving to play that build, because you had to be... I think you had to be under 30%, or it might have been 20%, but the thing was it boosted your damage by 50%, which is more than what it does in this game. You get 20% from the red feather branch sword, and then I want to say you get like 10% with the kite shield. But you use them together, everything stacks multiplicatively, so it's kind of hard to do the math on that. And technically speaking, let's say I wanted to use that, but I still wanted to not be a one-hit chump. If you pump a ton of vigor, under 20% will be more than like my current health bar. So you can do it, but again, it all just comes down to that choke point of how many levels. I'm not going to sit here grinding this character to max level I did that in my first, well, I didn't grind it, but I PC gaming master race magicked my way up to max level for my first exploratory run of this, like seeing if it was even remotely viable to do this run. And that's nice. I mean, don't get me wrong, being max level is super nice. But I think, yeah, there really is a... You start getting above like 200, and each level costs you like 150 grand of runes, 250 grand of runes, and unless you're deep into the new game plus cycle, you're not going to be finding those runes conventionally. Even the best rune farms being either the dragon duplicate glitch or the Albinoric genocide, as I like to call it. There's a spot down in the underground where there's a million Albinorics, and if you take literally the last weapon you receive in the game, you get it for beating the final boss. If you take it down there, you just press a button and you get, I don't know, 50,000 runes, something like that, if you've got all the chicken feet and everything going. And you just do, and there's a grace right there, and then you just rest, and then you just wake up and do it again, and it's fantastic. Even without that sword, you can kind of just go on a homicidal rampage. I used to do it with my dragon communion guy. I forget what they call it. So there's the dragon. There's like the spells that are like a dragon, right? Where you turn into a dragon and you breathe fire. I think those are called dragon communion incantations. And then there's the ones that, like, in the lore, we learned from the dragons, which are largely lightning spells, you know, like particularly red lightning spells. And I think those are just dragon incantations. I'm not sure, but I like I liked my build with the former was one of my favorite builds, probably my second favorite build. Definitely, if you ask me to make a character that's powerful in PvE, that's my go-to. My favorite is the Paladin, you know, the Strength Faith. Basically the guy I play in every single RPG my first time around. And that's my favorite just because it feels correct. I'm that guy. I'm awful stupid. Well, I said I was gonna be not yapping my trap during my farming so I could eat breakfast, but joke's on me. See how many of these we got so far. 81! Okay, let's pump this up to 100, and maybe go do a couple rounds of mushrooms. I'd love to start each day with 100. That would be nice, and that way, if I get stuck on a boss, I can really throw myself at him for a while before I run out of materials, and I need to crawl back with my tail between my legs to go do farming. Yeah, 81. Not bad. Let's see what a single cycle... I haven't been paying attention to what the cycles bring. So it's 8 piles. Piles give between 1 and 3. I don't know what the... I'd love to see the actual data on it. I don't know if item discovery boosts how many you get. I don't think it does. Ooh, that boar. Well, if we need to do beast blood, there's a boar here. I don't think we'll ever need to do beast blood. That idea fell through. They have a 5% chance of dropping old fangs too. I thought I missed one. There we go. So that might be possible. But I think it's more reliable to get old fangs from those misbegotten in Castle Morn. All right. So 8 piles of, 8 quote piles of butterflies that get between 1 and 3, say an average of 1.5. I think that's probably a realistic average. So 8 times 1.5 is 12? 12, yeah. So 12 per cycle. minimum of 8 per cycle, maximum of what? 8 times 24? That's never going to happen. But between 8 and 24, skewed fairly heavily, like with a bell curve at 12, maybe. Ah! But a left-leaning bell curve, a severely left-leaning bell curve, if you're into statistics and data management and such. That's probably what it's going to look like. If I become rich and famous, or infamous in the future, and some archivist is watching every piece of data I've ever made, they could maybe do some statistical analysis based on my runs here. But I doubt that's going to happen. 101. Okay, cool. So I got 9 that last round. So let's do a couple rounds of mushrooms. Always a good time to do a few rounds of mushrooms. And then we'll be on our way. I really want to start getting all my cracked pots. I think 3 rounds is going to do it for us. Under over on 3 rounds. Who's got the action? I think doing under 3 rounds is probably unwise. Because that would be right now. And yeah. Like I said, unwise. I think I needed like 23, so you'd have to get some pretty good RNG to get 23 in 2 rounds. Because I think this one's 6 piles. 1 pile, 2 piles. And I don't know if mushrooms will level give you 3. I think they'll give you 1 or 2. Okay, and yeah, 6 piles. Oh, that was good. That was a good haul. Half of them were 2s. Okay, so we don't need to go back now. Now, let's take a look at our checklist. Let me pull that up. For you guys, you've been staring at it this whole time. I'm going to pause it for a second while I look at my checklist. Okay, so I think our next stop, I knocked off the oil pot recipe, is going to be to get our 2 halves of the Dectus medallion. So one of them's in there and one of them's in here. We'll start here. There's a couple other things we get while we're getting the Dectus medallion. I'm gonna get Bloody Slash from that one night, so I gotta make sure I'm actually loaded up and ready to fight somebody. Item crafting. Okay, so one thing is that if I like am running up to a place and then I'm like, okay, turn around, buff, and and then you scratch your butt, because I have taken my magic sippy off of that, so I'll have to be careful about that part. In here, we're gonna get the, oh man, I always confuse these 2 forts, because it's the 2 forts that you get the Dectus medallion in, and I mix them up. So this is the one where we get the Radigan Sword Seal. No. Oh, awesome, good stuff. So it's not in Limgrave, it's in Caelid, the Radigan Sword Seal. And then Bloody Slash is over in Limgrave. So this is first half. This is one of the things we need. I have 700 runes. Am I willing to... Because this is kind of a suicide run. What is my current level up? 3,000. Okay. I'm going to try to make it out of here. I've seen people do this and then they like port out without using the grace thing. They just port out, and that must mean that they somehow do not gain any aggro, and I have no idea how the hell you do that running past all these guys, especially this gigantic rat right here. Because, like, look, you can tell I have aggro because I can't craft. I can't craft! So there's a way to... Come on, up the ladder, up the ladder. I believe. Okay, I don't believe. That's fine. I know it's a little depressing, that number going up, but we're gonna tick that runes lost up a little bit, and I'm okay with that. I forgot that that's a one-way trip. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave those. I'm good. We got what we needed. So the Source Seal, if you don't know, it's one of the better early game items. You can see it gives me 5 in Vigor, Endurance, Strength, and Dexterity. Just a great item. When we want to fight somebody, I don't know. We need that second talisman slot, and that second talisman slot is behind the first boss that we're going to fight, so... yeah. It's behind Margit, which is like the spooky version of Morgott. So we're off to Fort... I forget. That other one was Fort Farlow or Pharaoh. I just know it as the place where you do the dragon dupe glitch. But we're not. I mean, we might go back and kill Grail there, or Greyjoel, or whatever his name is. But, or her. God, I've heard her referred to as a her. Which makes sense, because she's kind of like the mother of dragons, not the Game of Thrones. Hey, maybe that was another one of George R.R. Martin's contributions to this. It's like, you gotta have a mother of dragons, man. That's just it's a killer plot element. We don't need that, but I'm just here for the sunflowers. So it might be a female dragon, but again, I think I mentioned this before. I didn't check the gonads on the dragon, so hard for me to say for sure. And it may be 2024 or later, but in this house, gonads matter. And that's how you know I'll never be famous. Okay. This is the second time I've seen an owl just chilling here with a message next to it. And it's not gonna... Dude, I don't know. This is a Japanese game. You don't fuck with an owl in a forest in an anime. Alright. I don't watch anime, but I know that much, okay? I've seen the other Miyazaki's films. It's another Miyazaki. It can't be the same Miyazaki who makes these games and makes those Spirited Away films. I've seen that guy's films. Okay, you don't mess with a owl in the forest. You don't. And you're also you're kind to old ladies. I'm pretty sure that's one of his main themes too. Make sure you're kind to old ladies. Alright, so pretty much same thing that we did at the last fort, except this one's overrun by monkeys. Well, I guess not overrun. Main thing you have to worry about is there's this pumpkin head camping the stairway here. And the funny thing is that the stairway is going the wrong way. You would never have a stairway going that direction at a castle. And I'll explain why. Well, I'll explain why when I'm not under fire. Blood Rose. More Blood Rose. There was a time when I thought I might need those, so... Same thing! This ladder's going the wrong... or this stairway's going the wrong way, too. Okay. Yeah, gained his aggro. Because I do want his Bloody Slash. So, stairways. Everything in a castle is meant for defense, right? The stairways are such that the people attacking up into a tower are always going to have the wall to their right, because and that will inhibit the swing of their sword arm. So you would never have stairways going that direction. Come here, bitch. Your lumps, sir. Take them. no shield. Shield is cheating. Yeah! Okay, got it. Cool. Didn't need that, but wanted it for purposes that we may have to use later. We may not. Anyway, yeah, so you see these stairways. A guy fighting down... I'm pointing at the screen again with my actual hands. But anyway, you see where those rats are going down. You can see that a guy who was upstairs would have his sword arm inhibited by the wall to his right. Whereas a guy fighting up the stairs would be swinging into open air. So the stairways in castles, and like especially the circular stairs in castles, are always going the direction so that the people uphill have the easier time. And that is your weird medieval fun fact for the day. Let's update our checklist here. We have the Radagon Sword Seal. We have the half of the Dectus. I'm actually going to move this Radagon Sword Seal so that people know I'm not a chucklehead, or rather, they might think I'm not a chucklehead. Okay, and then we have the half of Dectus from Caelid 2, and we have we don't have the claw mark, we don't have the Dex knot, we don't have the crackpots that we're missing from Limgrave are in Stormvale Castle. That's fine. The crackpots we're missing from Liurnia are... I could go get one of them, but the second one is locked behind the halfway boss in Hogwarts, and I'm not ready for that yet. Caelid, I'm pretty sure there's only one cracked pot in Caelid, and I did this wrong, but I can't be sure. I have to go through them again. I think there's only one, and I think I have it. No, I think I don't have it. I just, that's on my list of things to do, probably today. I'm going to change that now, just in case. If I'm missing one later, I'll know where to, or I hope I'll remember. And then the Fire Flask we'll be getting at the same time as the Cracked Pot in Caelid. Flame Grant Me Strength is something that we can pick up while we're down there. But the real money is in Altus, where we can pick up 2 more Cracked Pots and a couple other stuff. The Fire Scorpion. We really... That's huge. So that's essentially up in Altus too. So let me pause real quick. Okay, so we are ready to head towards Altus. We're gonna take this way past Carrion Manor. We'll pick up that. Grace when we go past. Did I already get this map? Good. This is kind of a fun little, like, thing, because there's a bunch of guys who are invisible. And then, it's kind of hard to get around this, but it's a fake wall. Here's EG. He's a cool dude. He'll tell you all about Carrion Manor. And he'll tell you not to try it because of that! But it's really not that hard to avoid. Even on foot, it's not that hard to avoid. Especially if you just hug the wall here, or the cliff edge. You'll be fine. Oop! I said you'll be fine as I get mooked. You know, while I'm here, I do a lot of this. One moment. While we're here, we're going to pick up a very important recipe and some materials, but we probably won't use these materials until much later. So that's rimmed crystal bud. And it's useful for making... Tell me I can pour it. Nah, I can't pour it. Whatever. These hands are really not that big of a deal. They're a little scary, a little jump scary, but especially if you use fire, they kind of freak out when you light them on fire, so they're not that bad. Not a bad place to farm for XP if you're doing a Firebombs only run. I don't think we're gonna have to pause here for a second. Okay. Oh, we're having some bugging out. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're out of here. So yeah, we'll head up to Altus, and then we'll head to Mount Gelmir via the... God, I don't even know which way to call it. There's like 5 ways into Mount Gelmir. We're going the way... This is a cool Ash of War. Hoarfrost Stomp, or like Cold Frost Stomp, or whatever. Very useful. Not for us today. I'm pretty sure that's what's there. I could be wrong. So we're going the way that's kind of down in the ravine of Mount Gelmir, which takes us to the fort in Mount Gelmir, and... Nope, don't need that. Don't need any of that. And that's, the fort is where you find the Fire Scorpion. And that is, like, huge for our purposes. So, you'll notice that instead of the statue of the big pretty lady, we have this dude, Radagon. The lore tells us that those two are actually the same person. But that's kind of like a secret. I don't know how they figure it. Like, these people who do the lore videos for FromSoft games, like, kudos to them, because this game does not tell you anything. They don't care if you never find anything out. Whoa, 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 okay. They do not care if you miss most of their game. They don't care if you miss most of the lore. I mean, I guess that's cool because they... I mean, as opposed to like just absolutely covering your screen in text or having... I'm kind of a fan of the like audio log playing in the background style of narrative. But, yeah, they just pour through like item descriptions and like little snippets of things that NPCs say if you talk to them like over and over and over again. It's crazy, man. Now, up there is the like Eye of Sauron thing. You'll see. I'll proc it real quick. And in that tower is a spell that we may be using later. It's the Howl of Shaburi, or Shabubu. Come on! I have Sauron. There it goes. So it drives you mad. That's what the 3 fingers tattoo on my face is all about. It's the, like, the chaos madness element of the game. And I thought it was appropriate because you have to be crazy to try this. I entertained myself. I think I'm funny. So, yeah, we might be using that spell later. It would replace Flame Grant Me Strength. There's a couple of problems with it. One, I think it lasts a lot less time than Flame Grant Me Strength, and Flame Grant Me Strength already is way too short for what I'd prefer. And then, it also damages everyone around you. It's an offensive spell in addition to being a buff. So we would not be able to use it in combat in the same way that we could use Flame Grant Me Strength in combat to like rebuff. Okay, here we go. Now, I guess I have to be a little bit careful because if I activate any of these graces, it starts the Radon Festival. So before I do that, actually, I'm going to take a quick pause and do some research to make sure I'm not missing anything in a pre-festival. Okay, looks like I've gotten everything that I want from there. The only thing that I would possibly be missing is the Red Hot Wet Blade, which lets you upgrade weapons to fire and flame art, which is like fire but with faith scaling instead of strength. And I already got that, or I got everything else. And you can go and get that. It doesn't lock you out of it permanently. It just locks you out of it. Ugh, I need maps. It locks you out of it until you beat Radon. And we will... Jeez, I say we will be beating Radon like it's a sure thing, but I don't know if we have to. I don't know if we really have to. He is such a monster of a fight. Something I discovered, and I didn't really notice until I was doing this run, was that you get your first great rune from Godric the Grafted. You know, all's well. And then your second great rune is locked behind three different... you have three... technically you have four options. You have kind of the one they intended you to get, which is Renala, and she is a gimmick boss of sorts. There's Radon, who's a gimmick boss of sorts because he's really tough, but he's almost trivial if you just use the way that you're supposed to fight him, which is to summon 15 NPCs. You can pretty much... I don't think you can do it infinitely, but you can you can keep respawning them when they die. I don't think it's infinite, but it's close to infinite. Really? Oh, it's right up here. I thought it was close. This is where Brother Corwin sits if you talk to him, and then he leaves the... if you want to do his quest line, he's standing right here. I need Erdtree Gazing Hill, which is, I think, over on the other... Yeah, we're headed to Mount Gelmir, so I'm definitely going that way. So, yeah, Radon's easy if you just use the NPCs to kill him. So that's a gimmick boss. And then you could beat the God-fearing Serpent slash Rykard, which... Seriously, fuck Rykard. I hate that boss. And again, it's a gimmick. Like, it's almost... I don't want to say it's almost impossible, but it's very, very difficult without using the gimmick of the boss, which is this spear they give you. They literally just... It's sitting in the ground right outside where you fight him. It's right inside where you fight him. You can't even miss it. And it has... This spear, first of all, has no stat requirements. It still scales. It scales off of strength and then dex, I believe. But it has no stats requirements, so literally any character could pick it up and use it. And it, in this arena only, it has a magical extra attack that is this gigantic fuck-off laser that destroys it. It doesn't trivialize the fight, but compared to trying to do it without it, I'll be back for you. Don't think you're getting away easy. I'll be back for you when I have faith to scale my holy pots with. Compared to trying to fight him without it, it's trivial. Because if you're like me, and you play a big paladin, don't have a lot of ranged options. You know, I bring lightning spear just because it's a good idea to have lightning spear, but that's not like my main go-to for damage. Oh man. Definitely gonna rest here so that skeleton stops chasing me. Yeah, it's not my go-to for damage, so you kind of... And then you think, okay, well then just walk up and whack him. He's sitting in a bucket of lava. You take constant damage and poise damage, which means half of the time, if you don't have the right setup for it, your attacks don't even land. Again, I like big, heavy strength weapons. My attacks take a week and a half to wind up, and then they hit and they chunk down a quarter of the health bar. That's my style. I know that's not the right way to play. That's not like the optimum way to play, but that's my style. You gotta be careful for those. They will mess you up. These volcano rocks are what you use to make volcano pots. Volcano pots are great for NPC invaders because they don't know how to recognize a dangerous spot on the floor. We're getting plenty of mushrooms too. This is awesome. What was I talking about? Yeah, so Rykart. And so, like, you get flinched out of your attacks unless you're bringing the highest armor. You have to get, like, really good at knowing, okay, if I flinch and then, okay, now do my heavy attack now. And I have got a chance. And that's without him attacking you. That's just the damage over time of his lava pool. That sucks. I think that a boss that forces you to play a certain way is, I don't want to say it's a badly designed boss. Nothing in this game is badly designed, but it is inferior to a boss that allows more freedom. Renala is a little bit like that. The reason why I don't have such a beef with Renala is because I don't... I play in a style that works against her. If you are a mage, like a pretty straight-up mage, most of this game will be very easy for you. Renala will absolutely destroy you. She has massive anti-magic damage, and intelligence mages don't have the breadth of options like an incantation caster does. They get better DPS, they get better damage, they get a ton of ways to do that, but they only deal magic damage for the most part. Yeah, so if you play a mage, that's going to be your big, and there's ways to deal with it. There's a couple of spells you can get early that don't do magic damage. In particular, if you run to Caelid and go into Shrek's house, that being the swamp, and pick up the, oh, what's it called? The Meteoric Staff. It's a little staff with a purple gem on it. You should do that anyway, because it's a great staff. It's the best staff for early game. Why am I going this way? Oh, this is where the jar helmet is. And I'm gonna have to find a spot, and actually I'm just gonna have to quit out, and I'll be right back. Okay. Had to go real fast, so I had to quit because I am not in a safe place. And there is no pausing in this game. Now, actually, technically speaking, there is pausing in this game, but... Whew! Okay! I'll be with you in just a moment. There is such thing as pausing in this game, but it's really convoluted, and you can't do it quickly. They don't want you to know that there is pausing. I'll show you about the pausing. Okay, so we gotta run past this dude with the bucket on his head. Whoop. And into here. It's funny how easy he is to bypass. I forget what that cookbook is, but I don't know, maybe it'll be good for us. What did we learn how to make? I don't know yet. There's a bunch of... I guess there's just one liquid rune up here. I always say there's a bunch of them, but there's really just one. But the main thing we're here for is this. Very easy to miss. And very essential to our build. So, let's see what crafting we learned. Oh, is it the Giant's Flame Pot? Did we just learn how to do that? Those are that's essential to the late game. I remember it being important, but I really wish this meat wasn't here, because I'm never, ever gonna make these. Not in any playthrough. So, if you look over, I want to not destroy those. Okay. If you look over there, there's a lava pit. If you go skeech around the right side of it, then you can avoid the magma worm that's inside. We're definitely going to be doing that because we don't like guys that are strong against fire. Oh, look at this. Parkoured my way up. And then on the other side, after you fight Radon, Iron Jar Alexander is taking a little soak in the tub of the lava. And if you talk to him, he'll give you the jar that you wear on your head that boosts all of your throwable pots by 20%. Essential to the build. Absolutely essential to the build. So we'll be back for that after we beat Radon. Pretty much gonna. That's the reason why I think of Radon as opening up the lower part of the game where you get the rot pots, which is a thing that I might use. But without beating Radon, Iron Jar Alexander will never be over there, and he won't give us the jar helmet. So that's just essential. We need that. With everything stacking multiplicatively in this game, there is no way we can go without another extra 20% that doesn't have to like compete with other buffs. It's gonna stack with other buffs. It's we can't pass that up. Shoop, shoop. Miss me. Last time I talked about why I think these guys have the reputation for the most attempted area boss. It's just because almost all people are going to run past them like this. Oh god! Which procs them. Because they have a pretty large aggression radius. Getting lots of sippies, making the sippies good. We're actually going to allocate 3 of them like that. Well, we'll just say 2 of them, just because there's no way that... I don't think we're realistically going to be in a fight where we need 7 red sippies. Let's see, how much do I need for a level? 3,000? Yeah. That's close enough. I'm going to pop some... I think this one will do it. Yep, that one will do it. I try not to keep too many runes on me. Yeah, just keep her moving. We're not going to use, looks like we're not going to use Flame Grant Me Strength for a while. We need 15 Faith to use it, and it's just not in the budget right now. Okay, so there is where the Death Bird is that we'll be fighting. Probably not right now, not until we have some faith. He'll give us part of our, what is sometimes referred to as hyper mode setup, the below 20% health boost. Okay, so where we're going to is here, the Ariza side tomb. Where am I going? No, this is the wrong direction. That's the right direction. Here's another place that you can farm some smoldering butterflies. We'll just grab them on our way through, because I know that there's slugs over here. And where there's slugs, there's butterflies. That's what my grandpa used to say. Ooh, this could be a farming spot too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did I count that right? 10? That's about as far as the War Master Shack. Could be. Yeah, could be. Reason why you don't go up those stairs is because you get attacked by a gargoyle if you do. Which is fine. He's pretty easy to outrun, but I knew that there were slugs to farm, so. Oh man, this is funny. Normally, if you go this kind of in this area, this guy right here, I think? Yeah, here he is! He gets possessed by Morgott. But I was wondering, you know, and you fight like a miniature version of Morgott here. You don't have to fight him. But I was wondering if that was going to happen since I haven't fought Morgott. I have not fought Morgott at all yet. Normally, you would have fought him at Stormvale Castle for the first time. You'll see. That's how we're going to get our second talisman slot. But for right now, we really do need that. We need that soon. 8 mushrooms. Never hurts to pick up 8 mushrooms. If it's nighttime, which it's hard to tell if it's nighttime when you're this close to the gigantic radioactive tree. I think it is nighttime. Anyway, if it's nighttime and you go up that hill, a deathbird will attack you. And he will drop a shield, which looks normal. Looks like a totally normal shield, except that it has a very special property. Noob. And then I think this guy sells maybe a ritual pot? Hey, do you mind going away? Thank you. Yeah. Let's see what he's selling.
Someone there, a customer. Well.
That's what this guy sells. He sells these golden sunflowers, which are useful for making the souped up holy pot, which we don't need. Do you have? He has the Sentry's Torch. That's cool, useful. Not what we need right now. The Sentry Torch. We might be back for that. It's but then again, it's kind of one of those questions of I love everyone in this game calls every. That's funny. People in this game call everything a dog except for a dog. Especially the turtles. They definitely call the turtles a dog. Yeah, I remember where we're going. We're going up this way. So the Sentry Torch, using the Sentry Torch to like show invisible things. The Sentry Torch is used to illuminate things that are invisible, and it feels a little bit like you're using something that isn't a pot. I don't think it damages them to make them show up. I don't know. That's borderline. I don't think we're gonna need it because there's really just like there's like 2 or 3 spots in the game where it's super useful, but one of them we may be going to. Actually, one of them we probably will be going to. One of them's just like one random dungeon, and one of them is in the run-up to Millennia. There's a rune bear there. Don't let him surprise you. Okay, so this is the Orizo side tomb, and I hate it here. I'm gonna try to, yeah, this is a good time to like try to exactly have enough for a level up and then not be worried about dying for your runes. Let's say 31, 56, 30, okay, I need 200, I need like less than one of these. Oh, exactly one of these. We good? Or am I like 5 short? Ugh! I am 40 short. which at this level is practically like $5 short. So I'm gonna pop one more of those. I'm probably gonna lose like 200 runes, but I'm okay with losing 200 runes at this point. Okay, let's get this going. So in here, oops, is two crack pots and 2 ritual pots. Or let me check that. Altus, 2 crack pots and 2 ritual pots. Yeah, they're all in here. And it's, I'm sure if you watched the last time I went through this, you'll know that the trick here is that it looks like this whole place is the same, and when you get transported though, there are 2 versions of the whole place. Okay, now I have to remember to do this for my sippy. Because I'm about to fight some guys. I am not the power that I want to be right now. But it looks like those guys from behind me didn't follow me, and that's awesome. Which means I only have to fight 2 instead of like 5. I guess if I really wanted to, I could either have Radigan Soreseal or the red, the Fire Scorpion's Talisman. Okay, this is one of the spots where it's scary. Okay, I gotta run past these gigantic jars and grab what's behind them. Run! That's 1 cracked pot. That's the perfumer's cookbook, which I don't think I needed. Yep, I did. And now I just need to survive me being in this transport trap. Did I? I think the sippy saved me. Yes! Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. That's how it's supposed to work. And then you go down here. Oh, yeah, down here. And then there's some explodey, suicide-y jars. Anytime, fellas. Okay, there we go. And then we go here, and this will transport us to what looks like the same place, but it's different. So it looks like we're in the same place, but this is actually a different place. Yeah, you'll notice because there's no dead body down there where I killed those 2 guys. So I forget what. Oh God! I was doing that whole thing, and he was sitting there ready to smoke me. Okay, so we'll run up here. Don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. We're gonna run back as if we're running out of the dungeon. It's like this is the way out of the dungeon, right? But it's not. It's a lie. See, there is no out of the dungeon. So that's the first ritual pot. So now we need 1 of each still. Now we run back. Yeah, this thing's all screwy. This level's all screwy. And a lot of these catacombs are screwy like this, but that's the trick for this one. The trick for this one is that it seems like you're in the same place, but you're not. It's a lie. I think this is where I'm going next. Okay, yeah, and then this is crackpot. Yeah, so that's a second crackpot. And then I go up here, and I need 1 more ritual pot, because I do not want to come back here. Wow, I have 5,000 runes. Okay, well I don't want to lose that. If you, and then this is a good thing to just hit because you want to. So we are back in the original version, I think. Yeah, this is the original place, because you can see the 2 guys I killed. So we want to take this to go to the alternative room, the alternative layout, and then we'll take the side chest instead of the main chest. No, 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 I want to live, I want to live, I want to live! Don't kill me, don't kill me! Oh. Okay, that was close. Almost lost my cool. And we'll take the side path this time. This is not the same chest I just opened. No, 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 no. Take me away! Oh, whew. And then I believe right here is going to be a ladder. Yes! Okay. Man, so you do this a couple times in a row, you start to know the place. And up here will be the last ritual pot. And then we'll... hopefully I'll be able to... well, up here is not the ritual pot, but it's the place where I go to the last ritual pot, which is right here. Keep going up. No, please no. I didn't do it right, because we're back at the start, and I'm down a ritual pot. I need a ritual pot. No! There it is! There it is! Oh, thank God. Oh, and here's Ironjar Alexander's cousin, ready to mess me up. So that's both pots. That's all the pots I need. I just need to get out now. Easier said than done. No, 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 I want to live. I want to live. I want to live. If he hits me again, I'm dead. Drink. Respect the sippy. And then I think that this is going to be my way out. I'm not certain. No, get me, get me, get me, get me! Oh man, I dodged out of the way of the transporter trap, so I'm going to have to kill you now. And it's going to be like 4 pots. That is not nice. Okay, I think this is where no place like home. No place like home? I don't think this is no place like home, but I'll try. I think I'm still in Narnia. See, the cruel part of these things too is that they, like, at the beginning they show you the door to the boss. And then sometimes in the beginning they'll show you, oh, here's a switch, but it'll take you years to get there. This is not ideal, but we're gonna try it. I don't know if this is the way. At this point, I don't know the way out, which is a bad plan. Oh, this feels promising. There's jars. Yes, we're out. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I hate this place. Okay, just pump strength. Okay, so we are now at 14 pots. Let me pull up my pots file. Pots file. So 2 in Stormvale. So that brings us down to 18 possible before we go to Stormvale. 2 in, well, there's 1 in Raya Lucaria, 1 in Carrier Manor. That brings us down to 16 pots total that we can get. 1 is in the capital, and that's just completely impassable. Oh, Minor Erdtree Caelid. That's our final place, and that's perfect because that we kill him, and then we also, that's this guy right here. We kill him. Oh, is there a way for me to do this without proccing the invader? I hope so. We kill him, and then right next to him is one of the pots, the last pot that we're going to get before we go into Stormvale. No invader, no invader. Okay, cool. No invader. Okay, I'm doing it. I'm going to now set my chicken feet here. So that I can pop it the second that he dies. Because this guy's going to be oh man, it's raining. That's okay. He'll have 20% resistance to fire. But he has, like, a... See how much damage I... No, 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 he's gonna... Oh my god, I can't believe that didn't kill me. Had a little bit of a lag spike there. No, no, no. So he's weak to fire, so the rain, like, doesn't even counter the weakness he has. Okay, run away, run away, run away, run away. We hates it, we hates it, we hates it, we hates it. Okay. Oh god, there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more, there's more. Sippy. Another one? Really? We hate it, we hate it, we hate it, we hate it, we hate it. Filthy hobbits. Oh, he's gonna do it again? Okay. So we killed him, but we still have to evade this. I've made that mistake plenty of times. Okay, so that was Flame Shrouding Crackdeer. That's going to be huge. That's going directly into the Sippy, and it's probably never going to leave. And then out on that branch is the final cracked pot before we go and start actually advancing the game. Okay, cool. Let's we'll go to Stormhill, and while we're at Stormhill, I'm gonna update the checklist. So we got Holy Flask. Holy Flask is in Limgrave. Oh no, Holy Flask. That Holy Pot is up here. I'm gonna put that Holy Water Pot. I'm gonna save that, and we do have it. So. Kaled. Okay, so we got the one cracked pot. The ritual pot we buy from a guy. We're not going to worry about it yet. We have Fire Flask. We don't have Flame Grant Me Strength. That's probably worth getting. That's probably worth getting. We'll get that before we go. No, it's not, because I don't have 15 Faith, so there's just no way. We got the Fire Scorpion from Gelmir. We did not get the other two things. We got Volcano Rocks, but we didn't get the pot recipe. It's fine. I'll go get it at some point, but we got these. Excuse me. Pardon. Oh, man. Okay. We got the crack pot and the ritual pot from Altus, thank God. We didn't get the lightning pot recipe. It's not hard to get. The lightning scorpion. And we can't get anything below the line, because the capital is locked. So, this is almost it. This is almost the full build here. Yeah, so let's go stomp the first child of Queen Marika and Godfrey. He was an omen, which means that he has... It essentially just means he's ugly. He's got horns and tails and stuff, so he was locked beneath the capital, but he still loves the Golden Order. Not sure why. Oh, we'll make sure we refill on pots, and we will... Oh, I didn't do the chicken foot! I didn't do the chicken foot. All that prep, and I didn't do the chicken foot. Okay, guys, come on. I'd like to, please, excuse me. Now, if no one's standing like directly on it, you can rest. The radius for which it has to be clear is tiny. Okay, so first things, we make sure we're full on that. Definitely cannot forget the chicken foot for... God, I bet that tree sentinel was worth more than Morgott. Dang it. Okay, so pump some strength. Yeah, 3,000. 30. 30 is good. Wondering what these rocks are. I found a couple of these now. Oh, God, is that like a foot? What is that? It's like a really... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a foot. It's like an owl pellet for a gigantic owl. Well, whatever. So we're not going to use these guys unless it's Iron Jar Alexander. Then I'll consider it. Buff routine. We're going to remember the chicken foot. Remember the chicken foot. It's right there. Let's do this. Let's dance, old man. Yeah, this cinematic's cool. I don't think we watched it last time.
In search of the Elden Ring. Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
He has a line if he beats you really fast. That's something about like, let it be written on thy meager grave or something. It's like, it's kind of hardcore. Oh, that's not enough damage. I don't like that damage. I want more damage than that, and I also want better FPS than that. Okay, this is not good. The lag is real right now, and I'm not just using that as an excuse. I'm also not playing well. Ah! Stupid daggers, man. Okay, so we got him down to half. Okay, sippy, sippy, sippy. No, please. Okay, I don't know how that hit me and didn't do damage. And behind. Sippy. Sippy. Okay, I'm gonna jellyfish. Pot. Ooh, ow, ooh. Yeah, we're gonna be okay. Nope, this is bad. I say we're gonna be okay, immediately die. We'll get it next time. What is up with the FPS? I hope it's not because I'm recording. That would be a bummer. Because I have to play this whole game. And fighting Melina like this, or I always think I'm pronouncing her name wrong. Is that her name? Oh, that's part of our problem. My sippy is not correct. My big sippy. My pre-workout. Yeah, I like that. I like pre-workout for that. That's yeah. This is definitely the pre-workout now. Yeah. That's one of the reasons. I was like, why does my damage suck? I know I don't have flame grant me strength, but I was expecting better than that. Yeah, that'll help a lot. Golden Vow. And Contagious Fury. And let's do this. 15. 15 in a dream. That's a little bit better. Panic roll, panic roll, panic roll. Sippy. Sippy break, respect the sippy. Okay, and let him go up. And go past him. And then give him a little bit of this. Oh, that was dirty, Morgot. That was stupid on my part. Sippy. Jeez. Stupid cane! Do you mind? So there's 2,000 runes sitting there. And I'm gonna do this like an OG. You just beat him. You don't have to recover your runes. If you what? And then whoop! And then whoop! Oh, come on. And then this is it. And do this. And the chicken foot! The chicken foot! Excellent. And I beat him. This is the really cool part. I beat him with the scarab. I just got the second slot. Smoldering with thy meager flame. Okay, 20 grand. Guess where that's going? You guessed it. Right into strength. Okay, so now we'll get 2 more cracked pots before we face Godric the Grafted. And honestly, see, this is the funniest thing. So this guy, the gate guy, after you beat Godric the Grafted, he'll sell you stuff. Or if you kill him right here, you can take his bell bearing, which like opens up his shop at the round table. So no, I'm going the main gate. Yeah. And he'll sell you silver chicken feet. And I was like, oh, that's great, that's great. But now I'm like, after I really? Oh my god, I've never gone this way. What is this? That is not a necessary item. Lame. Oh, wait. What's down there? Well, hold on. Did I already pop this? Yeah, I already popped this, so. What the heck? I have never been down here. There must not be anything, like, super relevant to my builds. Because usually, at this point, I've looked up everything. Oh, fire grease. What is this area? There's a Trina's Lily. Those are useful. Treasure chest ahead. I'm pretty sure they're trying to mess with you. I mean, there's a Trina's Lily. That's pretty cool. Because those are very, very limited in the game. Oh, what's this? What the heck? What the heck? I have never been over here. That's so funny. This is like at the run-up, I'm guessing. Oh, this is from... What the... Yeah, weird. Okay, well, that's the thing. I've got, well, I've got probably a couple 100 hours in this game, and I've never seen that. Who knows what else is hiding? And I think that's where we're going to call it for the day. Yeah, we have progressed a lot. We're going to go get... So we'll get the 2 that are here in the castle. We'll get the 1 that is in Carrion Manor, because you don't have to actually fight the final boss. It's right next to the boss of Carrion Manor. And so we'll go get that one. And then we'll have 18 for Godric. And I think you want 18 for Godric. And then... Yeah, I'm probably going to go do that now, because I don't have a ton of runes to lose, so that's what we're going to do. We'll do that next time.